And I've moved out of home, but then I go back a lot, and then when I go back there, you know, it's always home basically, you know, all the things that remind you about home and the garden and all different things like that and the people there. So I wrote this poem about home. What is it about this place I call home? Is it Mum's slipper footsteps? Dad's barefoot thuds? Mum's favourite spot on the sofa, where she sits with a glass of red wine? Dad in the kitchen, chopping an onion? Is it my sister's slamming her bedroom door, her feet thumping the wall with headstands? Sitting in my old room, I listen to the water pumping round the pond, the splash of koi carp. I look out at the plum tree, next to the tall spruce that we brushed shoulders with as kids. The rooms have changed, the flowery decor, 70s swirled carpet, now a smooth cream finish with laminate floor. But the bubbles underneath the wallpaper, the air in the cushions, the space in between your arms where I rest my head against your heart. Constant, never changing, home. This next poem I wrote about my auntie, who's not in the audience tonight, but I went to visit her after a long period of time, and when I saw her, she'd been quite ill, and it was a shock when I saw her, you know, but between that image I had of her and then when I went to see her again. So yeah, I wrote this poem about her, and she's quite a funny character, quite a fiery character. You know, the image didn't match up to when I saw her again. Anyway, this poem, it's called Auntie N. Yeah. When I saw you last week, in your tired flat, the heating full on, and Tom, the cat, bent over in pain at your kitchen sink, it made me think how much time had passed, and I'd forgot to pick up the phone to say, "Hello, Auntie," when I saw you last week in your tired flat. I bet you never thought I'd be like this. Trying to be brave, I leaned in, gave you a kiss. We stood together at your kitchen sink. It made me think of how you used to be. Fiery, trouble, double the size in weight. You'd lost 2 stone when I saw you last week in your tired flat. The stories you told, the books you read. I'll have to lie down. Will you help me to bed? We walked through your kitchen. What next, Belinda? Think. Look, Auntie, please, let me make you some tea. We watched some boys playing football from your kitchen sink. Seeing you last week, well, it really made me think. Thank you. This next poem, well, it's more like a very short story, really. My mate in the audience, Chris Dommett, we like exchange photos and set each other a little challenge, you know, to write a picture from a photo. It's a very, very short story. It's about, I don't know if anybody's been to Japan or is thinking about going to Japan, but I've been to Tokyo, and the second largest city is Osaka. But I much preferred Osaka because it was very alternative to Tokyo. It was cheaper and it was more edgy. So if you ever go to Osaka, if you want my opinion. And this poem is about an area in Osaka called Dotonbori, and it's just a really funky area and very studenty, a bit like round here really. So this is called Otambori. Heat scorches the windows of office blocks. Inside, workers scrutinise computer screens. Boys with pretty faces and perfectly gelled hair chat in groups. Girls with pigtails and cotton knee-high socks hover over the latest fashion magazine. A young woman hangs onto her boyfriend's arm. Her narrow heels clatter across the stone bridge. People queue to slurp ramen noodles and sweat out the toxins of the city. Street vendors turn takoyaki balls with slender skewers, watch them sizzle, and foodies blow hard and eat fast. Bicycles lean, shocked by neon and the crash of pachinko parlours. The large mechanical crab hung over Kani Duraku restaurant rests its pinches for the day. Glico Candyman gasps at the finish line within the parameters of his giant advert. He reaches high above the adjacent skyscraper for a can of super dry Asahi and sparks out. Thank you. This is a really short poem. My favourite season is spring. Who else likes spring? I don't like winter very much, but I try and make the most of it. So like this poem I wrote, it's just got a prayer for spring, and it's just me hoping that spring's coming soon. It's a very, very short poem. Blossom flocks to consecrated corners, kissing gravestones and park benches, blessed by shadows of evening light, and pilgrims of bluebells, praying along the roadside, under shrubs, up paths to homes. Thank you. It's so cosy now. I love this little room. It's so cosy, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to read a new poem I only wrote a couple of days ago. So it's a very rough, yeah. So it's only in the second draft. It's called Orange. It's pierced zest like sparked tears. Its white skin, a fine embroidered shawl. Each soft, unravelled cell, flesh exposed to the world for the first time. Each pip, like a baby's foot, pushing against a mother's womb, swimming, spilling out into the light, peeling and peeling, making a spiral, an umbilical cord, attached to finger and thumb, sucking on its juice like a baby to a mother's breast. Orange. Thank you. Just going to do one more poem, yeah?
A little one, yeah?
A little one, yeah, tiny one.
You've got room for a small one.
Only a little one, yeah. Anyway, this, I thought it was rude, but my sister said, not that rude really, Belinda.
We like rude.
It's called Onken. It's a really small poem, yeah. He takes her from the fridge. She takes a sharp breath in. Her sides collapse. At the checkout, she bleeps, shows him her red eye, melts over cuticles. He licks, slides her in his bag. His long strides too much to contain. She spills over his banana and wets his paperwork. Thank you very much. It's been really nice, thanks.